So here we are in the new Watchbox home, and we talk to Patrik, our dear friend, which is a member of the Temporis International Hall of Fame and a big personality because his life, his professional life, was so much in so many fantastic projects. I mentioned Ulysse Nardin because that was probably one of the most important in your career. So, why you are a member of the Temporis International Awards?
So first of all, welcome to Zurich. We are very happy to welcome you here in our new lounge. Well, Temporis, of course, we were friends for a long time. We were working together when I was at Ulysse Nardin, and I was always impressed actually what you built with that venture in, I would say, a small country like Romania. You came out of there and you made a dent in the watch industry globally. So that always impressed me and I always had kudos for that.
Thank you. And now you are a jury member. We work together also for the Hall of Fame for Ludwig. And because of you, Ludwig Erslin is a member of the Hall of Fame. But now you are a jury member and you came inside the jury next to some other personalities. So what do you think about this edition of the International Awards in terms of selection, in terms of voting process? How do you see that?
Well, I think the word independent comes to my mind. You know, we always talk about independent brands, but here it's a different kind of independence. I think a jury has to be non-committed to certain brands, has to be open. And I think the jury members which you have now, they have a certain age. Unfortunately, I'm part of that age group in the meantime. But that also, I know, but it means also we have a certain maturity. We can take a step back. And I think that's what you achieve now. And I think it's the great step to do that now globally. I wish you and your venture good luck with this because you are tapping now into Switzerland, which is the center of the watch industry. But I think the watch industry needs that. It needs a voice which is independent. And I see sometimes when I look at the communication around the watch trade, not so much an independent view from the journalists. And I think it needs that. It needs an open mind. And I think you're bringing exactly this with your move into Switzerland, into the global world.
I will say something and please confirm if it's true or not. Mm-hmm. And what I want to say is that as a jury member, nobody was doing nothing to impress you. Nobody was telling what to vote. Nobody's giving you any suggestion. Nobody is paying nothing. So you, as a jury member, you've been totally free based on your experience to propose your candidates. Is true or not?
This is true, and it's more true now because I used to work in the primary business all my life. You know, I was always attached to a brand. In the meantime, when I joined Watchbox, it opened my horizon because you're working with 58 brands. So I learned to deal and to communicate with many brands I didn't know before in depth. And that gives me a new view. So probably I wouldn't have been an independent jury member a few years ago. Now I think I am.
You are for sure. One last question is regarding the jury. What do you think? It was good selection because to us was the most meaningful location to have jury in Switzerland. But how you see that?
Okay, I think I have a clear view on that. Maybe the first choice would have been looking from the watch industry that they would do that in Geneva or maybe in Neuchâtel. But you decided to go where the end consumers are. And I think the watch industry today is still, in many cases, neglecting the end consumer. So you made the decision, instead of going where the manufacturers are, where the editors are, you decided to go to the heart of the financial center of Switzerland. And that's where the influential consumers are. So I think it's a very good choice.
Thank you very much, Patrik. Welcome in the jury and
thank you.
Stay long.
Thank you.
Thank you and prosper.
Nice to have you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.